because it has a bit of the demand and supply aspect of it, but it also has a huge psychological component, which is the speculative component, where people will start thinking, okay, what will be the rate in the next 1 month? What will be the rate in December? What will be the rate in January? And people will continue to take position. So that psychological aspect is there. Even if you flood the market today with the dollars, and unfortunately the government or the country does not have that sufficient inflow of dollars to say that you flood the market with dollars so that you bring down the price of the dollars. Again, another part of the problem that we need to agree and envisage and come to terms with is that I'm sure even you people now that are sending dollar to your people are not going to do it at the official market. If the black market is 1,000 and I'm sending $1,000 to my mother, why should my mother go to the official rate and exchange it for 800 when she can take it to a place where she's going to get 1,000? So it's a bit of a rat race now, and I would cut the government a slack, because I can safely say that there is no one man that can tell you that this is the silver bullet for the exchange rate solution. But
well, but let me ask though, but can it not be banned, the black market? Why do we? Is it essential?
You can't. Okay, I don't like having this kind of discussion where one is going to a point and he has to stop and be answering side questions. I will come back to your black market question for further. Okay, but I want to submit on things that I think are critical for the country to solve the FX issue. The first, I really believe that we need to go back. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, good. So the first, the lowest hanging fruit for the country, our OPEC quota is about 2 million barrels per day. Today, we are not maxing on that. I think the first and the lowest hanging fruit where the government should really focus is to make sure we are doing 2 million barrels per day at any time, if not more than. So that at least the amount of money you can get, it's greatly going to be improved. Today, we are doing maximum about 1.3 million barrels per day, when our quota is about 2 million barrels per day. Even Iraq, that had fought war, today is exporting about 5 million barrels of oil per day. So that, in my mind, I think
this rolling down, they do it to their cronies.
I don't know whether because they are saying Nigeria is now pumping 1.67 million barrels of oil and condensates per day.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's so correct. Even if we are doing 1.7 for fathers, do you know what 300,000 barrels of oil can do for you in terms of, let's say that 300,000, everything you get, you put it to the exchange rate market, it will go a long way. That's number one. Number two, the second part of the big problem is that I will send you a statistics of bottom line, we import 40% of Nigerians' foreign exchange. 40% is spent on the import of petroleum products and things like rice and plastics.
Yeah.
And these are things that in my mind, in the next 1 or 2 years, maximum 1 year, we should be able to solve all these problems and produce it locally, which means 40% of our exchange requirement, we can solve it locally within 12 months. So in my mind, if the government can deal with that and deal with the max out in terms of the barrels per day we will be supplying, and I think given our problems, we should be able to go and sit down with the OPEC people and discuss with them. There's no reason why for the next 1 year, we shouldn't be exporting 3 million barrels of oil per day. I don't see the reason why we can't sit down and negotiate that. I know the times when Nigeria was the secretary for OPEC for a long period. I believe we're a strong member of that. So that's one. The second one, like I said, we need to deal with some of the things that we call non-tradable goods. There's no reason why you have crude oil in Nigeria and then you spend your scarce foreign exchange to go and buy refined products. These are some of the fundamental issues. The other critical issue really is coming back to the institutional issue in Nigeria. I think somebody was mentioning that, look, the problem is that even if there is enough effects in the official cycle, it will find its way to the black market. As long as there is that disparity, if the black market is more than the normal market, there is nothing you can do. Even if you are shooting people, black market will still happen. I think I'll
You don't have
put a
no,
stop here
that's
so
not
that
true.
other
In
people.
Western countries, you don't have
Is
black
it not
market.
accurate when they are creating it?